On the mat again, once again, University of Nairobi ladies versus Black Falcons ladies. And remember, this is the third leg of the Women's Championship of the Kenya Kabaddi Union. Black Falcons on the mat. Jersey number 6. We have Mamito. The University of Nairobi versus Black Falcons. This is the third time University of Nairobi ladies meeting the Black Falcons. The Black Falcons ladies. Not tough match here at University of Nairobi. At number 5, we have Adasha. At number 6, Laura Oyemba. At number 2, we have Faith Tepto. At number 8, Gertrude. At number 4, we have Rian Juma. And number 1, we have Pauline Ogombe. At number 10, Cynthia Murugi. At number 5, Adasha Gwen. At number 7, we have Vivian Usingo. At number 12, Judy Elizabeth Apondi. At number 11, we have Helen. At the Black Falcons, and the main coaches of the day for the Black Falcons, we have Coach Were. And our University of Nairobi coach, we have Coach Musambai. Our main referee for this match is Sedo. And our umpire, Isaac Odiwar. At the technical bench, we have a bit. At the technical bench, we have Sharon Yangor and Massimo Deo. And it is your commentator, Hagai Derek Odhiambo, and Vanessa. The third time University of Nairobi meeting the Black Falcons. The University of Nairobi Tigers versus the Black Falcons. Is it time for time? The time for tossing. The main referee being the Isaac Odiwar and Acedo. Let's see which team will emerge victorious for this team. Remember the last match, University of Nairobi won against the Black Falcons. University of Nairobi versus the Black Falcons. It's another tough match here. At the right corner, we have Faith Chepto. Left in, Adasha Gwen. At the cover, at 3 covers, we have Pauline Ogombe, Rian Juma, and Gertrude Cherotich. At the left corner, we have Cynthia Murugi and Laura Oyemba. It's the first straight there. Jersey number 3. First straight for Jersey Black Falcons there. Ogombe going for another first straight from the University of Nairobi. Taking a toe touch there. Ogombe taking a success. Ogombe. Pauline Ogombe. University of Nairobi. Margaret from the Black Falcons. Jersey number 3. Another success. Margaret strategizing there. Margaret. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Kenya Kabaddi Union. And Laura going for the second right there. Laura Oyemba at the right corner. Laura. Empty raid for Laura. The empty raid for Laura Oyemba. Margaret once again. At the left corner, Margaret. Take a steady fantastic tackle there from Gertrude. It's a fair tackle from Gertrude there. That was Gertrude. At the right corner, at the right cover, I mean. Laura. At the left corner is a third raid for Laura. Third raid for Laura Oyemba. Fantastic tackle there. And that is Laura Oyemba. A little shuffling there. Faith step 2 at the corner. Andrea Juma at the right corner again. Margaret. Empty raid for Margaret again. And that's number 1. University of Nairobi. Pauline Ogombe. At the scores, we have 2 points, Black Falcons. 0-0, University of Nairobi. My main coach for today at the University of Nairobi, we have Coach Musambai. And Black Falcons, we have Coach Were and Alan. At the technical bench, we have Sharon Yangor. Our main referees for them. A fantastic tackle from Rian Juma there. A quick support there. Our main referees, we have Isaac Odiwar and Mary. University of Nairobi, reviving one defender again. Adasha. There's Adasha. Very strong and fast. Adasha frustrating the anti-raiders from the Black Falcons. Adasha opting for a defensive position. Adasha. Jersey number 8, Black Falcons. Fantastic tackle there from Adasha. University of Nairobi is stepping up at the first half of the game. The scores are at 2-2 Black Falcons. University of Nairobi at 2 points. Adasha, jersey number 5 from University of Nairobi once again. 5 against 1. 5 anti-raiders against 1 raider. Adasha, string her hands right there. Adasha once again. Fantastic tackle there from Adasha. That's a tackle there. Adasha giving the Black Falcons 1 point. Adasha giving Black Falcons 1 point. And that is Mamitu. A real technical timeout there. The referees. Official technical timeout. That is official technical timeout there. At the commentating bench, we have Hagai Jericho Diambo and Vanessa. And I'm going to pass the mic to my commentator, Vanessa.
So that was a technical break. And the referees have already discussed the issue at hand. And we have jersey number 6 being called out by the referee. And jersey number 9. Those are the captains for both teams. Your Black Falcons, Mamito, and Laura, jersey number 9 for University of Nairobi, Kabadi. Okay, so we carry on the game. On the right side, we have Uont Tigresses, and we have Black Falcons on the left side of the game. Their nails are being checked to avoid injuries. For you to play the game, you have to make your nails short so that you don't scratch your fellow players, because it's a contact game. So on the right side, we have University of Nairobi ladies' nails being checked out. And Black Falcons have come out clean on that. And let's see if the Uont Tigresses have their nails short.
At the Black Falcons, at the scores, 3, University of Nairobi at 2 points. Our main coaches for Black Falcons, we have Coach Were in the Alan. At the University of Nairobi, we have Coach Victor Gadassia and Musambai. Our main referees, Isaac Odiwar and Murray. Remember to watch us live on YouTube at Kenya Kabaddi Union. We are also live on Facebook at Kenya Kabaddi Union and on Instagram at Kenya_Kabaddi and _Union. Don't forget, on X at Kenya Kabaddi Union 1. This is the third time University of Nairobi meeting the Black Falcons. In the last match, University of Nairobi won. At the technical bench, we have Sharon Nyangor and Massimo Deu. It's the first half of the game. 5 minutes gone. And Black Falcons leading with 4 points. University of Nairobi following closely with 2 points. Margaret once again on the mat. At the second mat, Margaret, fantastic tackle there from Gertrude. That is Gertrude initiating the tackle. That's a fantastic thigh hold from Gertrude. And a neck hold from Laura. Margaret, they are crying. Margaret, they are sustaining a little injury at the head. Technical official timeout. As I say, this is one of the toughest match for the ladies match today. The first match was at Pink Sharks versus Kasarani Lions, where Kasarani won. There's a fantastic tackle from jersey number 7 there. Getting Pauline Ogobe out of the mat. And this goes, we have 5 points to Black Falcons. University of Nairobi at 3 points. This is the first half of the game. This number 8 opting for a defensive position, Laura, from the University of Nairobi. Uont Grace, Laura. Taking a fantastic dive there. 32 defenders out. Laura Oyemba. That is Laura Oyemba. One of the main readers from the University of Nairobi. Remember, Laura Oyemba represents Kenya at the African Women Kabaddi Championship in Uganda. I can see the Black Falcons are playing a defensive position there. Gertrude taking a success home. Defensive position once again for the University of Nairobi. Just number 8, Black Falcons again. Black Falcons at the second match again. Taking a handshake there. Fantastic dive from Gate. Again, it's a failed tackle there. Gate sustaining an injury at the head there. The medics. That is Gertrude from the University of Nairobi, sustaining an injury. It is 1-1 there. Black Falcons also against number 8. She is a little bit hasty there. Our main referees, Isaac Odiwur and Murray. At the scores, we have University of Nairobi Tigers team at 5 points. And our Black Falcons at 6 points. At the technical bench, we have Sharon Nyangor keeping the scores. At the commentating bench, we have Vanessa and Hagai, Derek Odhiambo. That is.
We have jersey number. That's a nice raid and a tackle from jersey number 5. She gets out with a lot of points and takes out 2 defenders for Black Falcons, and that's 2 points for Uont Tigers. We have jersey number 6, Mamito, going on for the raid against Uont Tigresses. She steps on the success, making it a successful raid. Goes left and forth, looking for points. Again, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all social media pages. We have jersey number 5 again going in for the raid. After getting a lot of defenders on her last raid, we are determined to see her getting some more defenders. She goes back home with no point, making that an empty raid. We have jersey number 8 from Black Falcons going in for another raid. She steps on the successful line and goes back, to their side. We have jersey number 9, Laura, going again for another raid against Black Falcons. Black Falcons has 3 defenders on the mat, and that they have to bring back their other members in order to maintain a full team. Laura again goes back with 0 point. We have again jersey number 8 from Black Falcons going in for a raid. That's a 3rd raid, so it's either she gets a point or she doesn't. And with the look of things, she's gotten a point against Uont Tigresses, making Black Falcons have 1 more point and taking out the defender for the left corner. We have again jersey number 5 going in for the raid. She goes deep and aiming at touching Mamito, jersey number 6. Jersey number 7 is also aware and goes and tackles her. They all tackle her, and that's a point for Black Falcons and a raider out for Uont Tigresses.
Remember the scores. We have Black Falcons 9 points. University of Nairobi 7. Jersey number 8, Black Falcons 5 against 1. 5 anti-raiders against 1 raider. Jersey number 8 taking her time. Black Falcons versus Uont Tigress. Laura Oyemba at the left corner. Laura taking a handshake there. Laura Oyemba. Laura at the right corner. Laura Oyemba opting for again a defensive position. Laura. This is number 8. Another defensive position. Laura once again. Laura once again. Laura the right corner. Laura, another defensive position for University of Nairobi Tigers team. And number 8, Faith Chepto at the left corner. Faith Chepto at the left corner. And at the right, we have Rian Juma. Faith Chepto at the right corner. A little restitution for the right corner. Fantastic tackle there from Rian Juma. That is a quick action there from the defense anti-raiders there. Taking jersey number 8 out. And the scores. Black Falcons 9. University of Nairobi 8 is a 3rd raid for Laura Oyemba. 3rd raid for Laura Oyemba. University of Nairobi 3rd raid is a do-or-die raid for Laura. Laura frustrating the anti-raiders. That is Mamito. At the left corner there. Laura. Fantastic handstretch there from Laura. That fantastic dive there. Laura. University of Nairobi versus the Black Falcons. University of Nairobi versus the Black Falcons. And the scores. Black Falcons 10. University of Nairobi 8. Mamito, Black Falcons, jersey number 6. Mamito from the Black Falcons, jersey number 6. Empty raid for Mamito. Pauline Ogombe. Uont Tigres, the Uont Tigres. Pauline Ogombe, another defensive position. Pauline Ogombe. At jersey number 5, the Black Falcons. Jersey number 5. Look at the position of the left corner. That is position of the left corner. Faith Chepto on the right corner. Ogombe once again. Ogombe at the center. Ogombe. Another defensive position there. At 10, Black Falcons. UON, 8 points. We are live on YouTube. It's a 3rd raid for the Black Falcons. It's a do-or-die raid for the Black Falcons. This is number 5. It's a do-or-die raid. He gets at the center there. Very fantastic stretch at the center there. Getting the defender out there. Gertrude. Remember, at the University of Nairobi, we have 3 international and very strong players. That is Faith Chepto, Laura Oyemba. That is Pauline Ogombe taking a bonus point for the University of Nairobi. That is 9 points at the University of Nairobi and 11 points to the Black Falcons. Margaret Black Falcons. Margaret from the Black Falcons. Margaret, empty raid for Margaret. Our main coaches, University of Nairobi, Coach Musambai, Black Falcons, Coach Were, Paulino Gombe once again, Paulino Gombe, empty raid again. I'm going to pass the mic to my co-commentator, Vanessa.
We have jersey number 3, Maggie, going in for a raid against your Uont Tigresses. She's moving back and forth in pursuit of a point. Let's see if she goes out with a point. She decides to go back home with 0 points. That's a timeout for Black Falcons, and they're going to meet in the. They're going to meet. So the fans are having their time. The fans are having their time to look for mistakes. And we have already seen one Black Falcon member stepped out of the mat. Though let's wait and see what the referee will decide on that. So as per now, the current scores are Uont Tigresses have 9, while Black Falcon Babes have 11 points. We are live on YouTube, and don't forget to follow us on all other social media platforms. Like and support our players, and we also would like to invite all of you, and especially those who love sports, to come and try the game. It's a very enthusiastic game, very entertaining game, and it also has a very nice fun. It has a large base of fanatics. So there we have jersey number 01, Ogombe, going in for a raid against Black Falcons. She's from Uont Tigresses, and she stretches her hands, aiming at touching one of the defenders to make them have a point. So the Black Falcon team tackles her and pulls her into the deep parts of the mat, making her leave the mat, and that's a 1 point for Black Falcons. We have another raid from jersey number 3, Maggie. So she stretches to a 4th, aiming to get a point. It's their 3rd raid, so that means it's a do or die. It's either she gets a point or gets no point. And from the look of things, it seems she has been tackled, and that means she gets to leave the mat.
That was a 2-point tackle from 3 defenders, anti-raiders from the University of Nairobi. That is Rian Juma, Cynthia Mrugi, and Faith Kepto initiating a super tackle there. Adasha from the University of Nairobi Tigress team, frustrating the anti-raiders from the Black Falcons. The Black Falcons 7 again. Adasha taking a bonus point there. Adasha. And it scores. Black Falcons 12. Uont Tigres 11 points. Mamito, jersey number 6 from the Black Falcons. Mamito. Empty raid for Mamito. Adasha once again from the University of Nairobi. Adasha, very strong. Look at the thighs. Very heavily built. Adasha. Fantastic dive from the right corner. Fantastic there. Adasha taking 2 defenders out from the Black Falcons. And it goes. We have University of Nairobi 11. Let's see the 2 points from the University of Nairobi. That is 13 points to University of Nairobi. Look at the left cover from the University of Nairobi. That is Rian Juma. It is a first raid for Laura Oyemba. 4 against 1. 4 anti-raiders against 1 super defender. Laura. Very experienced raider from the University of Nairobi. And straight there from Mamito. Laura. She doesn't reach the center line. He doesn't reach the center line. It's a green card for Mamito. That was a neck hold. It was a neck hold there. Mamito getting a green card for Mamito. A little technicality there from the umpires at the technical bench and the referees. Mamito getting a green card. Mamito. It is 1 point to the Black Falcons. Jersey number 8 from the Black Falcons again. It has first rate for jersey number 8, Black Falcons. And the scores, we have 13-13, University of Nairobi 13. And Black Falcons at 13, Adasha. Adasha, taking a handshake there. Adasha, frustrating the anti-raiders. Adasha, Adasha, Adasha again. Taking a toe touch at the center there. Adasha, fantastic tackle there from Adasha. Adasha doesn't reach the center line. Adasha, a little frustration for the University of Nairobi. A little frustration there from the University of Nairobi. A little frustration. Remember, the last match against University of Nairobi was University of Nairobi won against the Black Falcons. Our main coaches for today at the University of Nairobi, we have Coach Musambai and the Black Falcons. We have our Coach Were. At the technical bench, we have Sharon Nyangur and Masi Mudeo. Our main referees for the match is Isaac Koriwur and umpire Amari. At the commentating bench, we have Vanessa and Hagai Derek Odhiambo. We are live on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And on Instagram, at Kenya Kabadi, at Kenya _Kabadi _Union. On Facebook, fantastic tackle there from Rian Juma. Another tackle there. That's a fantastic ankle, thigh hold, and a neck hold there. From all the defenders from the University of Nairobi. As I was saying, we are live on Facebook at the Kenya Kabadi Union. And on X at Kenya Kabadi. A1. I'm going to pass the mic to my co-commentator, Vanessa.
We have Ogombe going in for the raid, jersey number 1 from Uont Tigresses. Jersey number 1, that's Pauline Ogombe going in for the raid against Black Falcons. And she has already stepped on the success, making it a successful raid. And it's halftime, and now they have to change court. So Uont Tigresses will occupy the left side of the court, while Black Falcons will occupy the right side of the mat. The current scores, they have 14 for Black Falcons and 14 for Uont Tigresses. That means the second match will determine the winner, because as per now, all of them are at the same level. They're all having 14-14. At the right side, we see the Black Falcons having a meeting of their own, planning their strategy for the next game. And Uont Tigresses also going to their coach to pick up some advices for their next game that will make them either win the match or leave them to the other side.
It is the first half of the game ending with a tie. That is University of Nairobi 14 points and the Black Falcons 14 points. Remember the technical bench. We have Betty Blair and Sharon Nyangur. Not forgetting, one and only umpires today. We have Isaac Kodiwar and Mary. At the commentating bench, we have Vanessa and Hagai Derek Odhiambo. We are live on YouTube at Kenya Kabadi Union, on Instagram at Kenya Kabadi Union, and on Facebook at Kenya Kabadi Union, and on X we have at Kenya Kabadi Union 1. Watch us. We are also live at Kenya at Kasarani Stadium, at the Indoor Arena. At the University of Nairobi, if you look at the bench, there are very strong raiders there and anti-raiders there at the bench. That is 11 at Helen, at 12. At 12, we have number 12, we have Judy Elizabeth Apondi. And number 7, we have Vivian Osingo.
So the halftime looks like it's over, and now they are marching back into the mat. We have their current scores at 14-14 for each team. So let's see what the second half holds for us. We have Black Falcons still planning their strategy, while your Tigresses are already on the mat, still chit-chatting, but we are hopeful they're going to play a good game. The referees are ready for the second half, and they are all marching into position to make us have a fruitful and fair game. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kenya Kabaddi. Like our videos, share them, and make more awareness on Kabaddi. It's a very nice game, as I said before, and I'll keep on saying it's a game worth playing. We have Pauline Ogombe, jersey number 1 from Uont Tigresses, going in for the rain against Black Falcons. She steps on the success, making it a successful raid, but she goes back with 0 points. We have Mamito.
Second half of the game, Billy. Second half of the game. University of Nairobi 14. Black Falcons 14. It's a tie there. That is Mamito. Jersey number 6 from the Black Falcons. Empty raid for Mamito. That is empty raid for Mamito. Ogombe. Jersey number 1 from the University of Nairobi. Tigress team. Ogombe. Strategizing. Opting again for defensive position. At number 8, Black Falcons. Number 8, the Black Falcons. A technicality from the umpires. The Black Falcons versus the University of Nairobi Tigress team. Uont Tigress. Number 8 once again. 5 anti-raiders against 1 raider. Pauline Ogombe. Pauline Ogombe there. It's a third raid for Pauline Ogombe. Pauline Ogombe. Fantastic dive there from Pauline Ogombe. Another strong raider there from the University of Nairobi. That is Pauline Ogombe giving University of Nairobi 1 point. Alice scores, we have the University of Nairobi 15. Black Falcons 14. Substitution of the Black Falcons. Taking number 8 out. And number 10 getting in. Remember the coaches for today. At Black Falcons, we have Coach Were. At the Uont Tigress, we have Coach Musambai. A very experienced international players there. Mamito. Mamito frustrating the anti-raiders for the University of Nairobi. Mamito. Mamito. At the left corner there. Fantastic dive there from face step toe. Fantastic dive from face step toe there. Amazing dive there from face step toe. Getting Mamito out of the mat. Black Falcons for 14. University of Nairobi is 16 points. Adasha. It's a first aid for Adasha. First aid for Adasha. University of Nairobi. Taking a straight there. Adasha. Adasha. Adasha taking a straight there again. At the right corner, Adasha. Opting for a defensive position again. Adasha. Adasha. At number 10, Black Falcons. Jersey number 10. Very strategic and strong lady from the Black Falcons. Nice positioning at the left corner there. Jersey number 10. Taking a stretch there. Hand straight at the right corner there. Jersey number 10. Opting for a defense position again. Second rate for the University of Nairobi. Second rate again. Pauline Ogombe. Pauline Ogombe there. 3 anti-raiders against 1 main raider. Ogombe there. Ogombe. Empty raid for Ogombe. Again, jersey number 10 again. Jersey number 10 again. Look at the left corner there. Look at the left corner. Left corner there. Step 2 again. Fantastic dash there. Taking a hand straight. Jersey number 10 taking a hand straight there. Jersey number 10. Black Falcons. The Black Falcons gets our defender out. A little tension there from the players. A little tension there. Loose count. 1 point. It's a loose count. And a little technicality there. A little technicality there. A little technicality there. A little technicality there. It's a match with the tension. A lot of tension there. It's a match with a lot of tension. Remember the last match between the University of Nairobi and the Black Falcons? University of Nairobi won. The third match, the first match was the Black Falcons. Second match, University of Nairobi. And the third match, let's await at the next 20 minutes if the University of Nairobi will emerge victorious. And remember, Paulino Gombe from the University of Nairobi will stepping up for this game here. Main raider for the University of Nairobi. It's a 1-1 point there. I am pass for the mic for my co-commentator, Vanessa.
We have some technical issues between the two teams, and the referees are yet to decide on who to leave the mat and who to remain, and how many points each team is going to score. So on the right side, we have Black Falcons. They have 3 defenders left on the pitch. On the left side, we have Uont Tigresses, and you can see that they have a full court, and they are all in the field. So their current scores, you have Uont Tigresses at 17 and Black Falcon Babes at 15. We can also see our good raider, Laura, ready to go for a raid. Kenya team player who has played at the Africa Kabaddi Women Championship. She's jersey number 9. We have number 1, Pauline Ogombe, going in for the raid. It's their 3rd raid, and therefore it's a do or die. She either gets a point or she gets tackled or she leaves the mat. So we have her against 3 defenders, and super tackle is also on, and they tackle her, and that's a point for Black Falcon Babes. So jersey number 1, Pauline Ogombe, marches out of the mat with 0 points. We have jersey number 3, Margaret, going in for the raid. We can see the referees discussing. So we have jersey number 3 going in for the raid against Uont Tigresses. She steps on the success line and marches away, goes back with an empty raid. We have jersey number 9, Laura, going in for another raid. We have hopes that she'll get a point, being that she's an experienced player. She again goes back home with an empty raid. We have again Maggie, jersey number 3, going in for another raid. Black Falcon steps into the success line and goes back home with an empty raid. Again, we have Laura going in for another raid. Let's see if she'll raid empty again or she gets a point. She's moving left to right, looking for a point. And she finally gets a point. She takes out 2 defenders with a really nice jump. So 2 defenders out for Black Falcons and 2 points for Uont Tigresses. That's a W on Lavender's side. Uont Tigresses have asked for a timeout, and so it's a timeout for them. The 2 teams are going out to plan their strategies on how to make the game more interesting. So on the right side, you can see Black Falcons. They have 2 defenders left in the pitch. On the left side, we have Uont Tigresses. They still have a full court. Their current results, we have 19 for Uont Tigresses and 17 for Black Falcon Babes. Again, I'll remind you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Like our posts, share, subscribe. We have substitution on Black Falcons, jersey number 8 in and jersey number 2 out. The raiding side is Black Falcons, so jersey number 3 goes in for the raid, and it's a third raid. That means it's a do or die. She must get a point or leave the mat. So we can see Maggie striving to get a point, moving left to right in order to secure a point for her team. She stretches, but the stretch doesn't really reach the defender. She goes for another stretch, but unfortunately she doesn't reach. And time runs out, and the Uont Tigress defenders land on her, making her get out of the mat. Therefore, 1 point for for Uont Tigresses. Again, I'll remind you guys, Kabaddi is a very good game, played all over the world. Jersey number 5 goes in for a game. It's either a super tackle or a all out. Jersey number 8 defender is ready to dive on the leg, but the Uont Tigress raider is so strong that she pulls her through the mat and leaves with 1 point. So Uont Tigresses give Black Falcons all out, and that's a lot of points for Black Falcons. A lot of points for Uont Tigresses. Black Falcons again march into the mat with the energy and psyche to take us through the second half of the game. Jersey number 6, Mamito, goes in for the raid, and she goes to and fro in pursuit of a point. She leaves the mat with an empty raid. We have Pauline Ogombe going in for the raid. She has a successful raid because she has stepped past the success line, which determines whether your raid is successful or not. So we have jersey number 1 passing time and going back to her side with an empty raid. There we have jersey number 10 from Black Falcons going in for another raid against the anti-raiders. She steps past the success line and makes a stretch. Unfortunately, she doesn't touch someone. She goes back to plan her strategy. The Uont Tigress defenders are also on their toes. They're also on their toes, watching against the number 10. She goes back home with an empty raid. And here we have again Black Uont Tigresses going in for a raid. And there's Dasha, jersey number 5, going in for a raid. She's so far from the success. Let's see whether she reaches the success line. She doesn't reach a success because the Black Falcon babes have blocked the success line in order to make her not have a successful raid. Hi. The referee seems to be having a lot of issues, and therefore making the fans and players to be really mad. So they have a technical time to discuss the issues at hand, while on the left hand we have Uont Tigresses really complaining for not being given their point. The referees have decided, and therefore the Uont Tigresses have been denied that point. Let's see which team is going to raid and which team is going to be on the defense choice. Jersey number 9 looks to be really affected by the referee's judgment. Meanwhile, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all social media platforms at Kenya Kabaddi Union, at Kenya Kabaddi, at Kenya Kabaddi, Kabaddi, and Kabaddi. They're having some discussions, and let's wait and see what decisions they'll reach. These two teams are very tough teams in the Kabaddi ladies. And on the Uont side, we have at least 3 players for the Kenya national team, ladies Kabaddi. On the right side, we have Black Falcons. We have at least 2 players. we have 2 players who are at the national team. It's the time for Black Falcons to raid, and Mamito goes in for the raid, stepping on the success line, making it a successful raid. She's making the defenders be on toes as she's confusing the pitch. She stretches on to the right corner, but time runs out and she has to go back to her side with an empty raid. We have Uont Tigresses going in for the raid. Uont Tigresses are having a substitution. Jersey number 7 in and jersey number 10 out. Now we hope to see a reinforced team ready to take down their opponents. We have Laura, jersey number 9 from Uont Tigresses. She's a very good player and also in the national Kenya Kabaddi ladies team. She's there taking some time. And jersey number 6 is on the lookout, ready to chase after her. Jersey number 9 goes back, and we have jersey number 8 from Black Falcons going in for another raid. She steps on the success and goes back with an empty raid. Again, we have jersey number 5 going in for a raid against Black Falcons. It's their 3rd raid. It's a do or die raid. She either gets a point or she gets out of the mat. So let's see what jersey number 5 has in store for us. She does some legwork and she's tackled. And unfortunately she doesn't reach the line, making Black Falcons have 1 point against Uont Tigresses. Jersey number 5 is out of the mat, while Black Falcon Babes secure 1 point against their opponents. We have jersey number 3, Maggie, going in for a raid. It's also a 3rd raid for Black Falcons, and that means Maggie has to get a point or get out of the mat. And there we see that she has been tackled by Uont Tigresses, and that means Uont Tigresses have got a mark. That means Uont Tigresses have secured a mark out of that raid. Uont Tigresses have 1 point. The current scores are Uont Tigresses at 23 and Black Falcon Babes at 18. Again, there goes Laura going in for a raid. Tries a stretch, but the defender is so keen not to be stepped on. Laura throws a kick, but unfortunately it doesn't reach the defender. Therefore, she still has to look for a point. The Black Falcons have a full team. Therefore, it means Laura can step on a bonus point, but that depends on how she will decide. Her time is up and she goes back to their side with an empty raid. We have jersey number 10 going in for a raid for the Black Falcons against Uont Tigresses. She's quickly tackled by the Uont Tigresses and denied an opportunity to reach the line. Therefore, Uont Tigresses securing 1 point against Uont. The referee is summoning jersey number 1, Pauline Ogombe, and let's see what he has for her. He gives her a green card. This is a really tough game, and that's why you have to see some problems going in and out. So there we have jersey number 1 with a green card, but she's a very disciplined player, and we'll see her take that positively. We have the referees having like a small time discussing on issues that concern the game, but only they know what they're talking about. The current scores, we have Uont Tigresses at 24 and Black Falcon Babes at 18 points. Therefore, as per now, the Uont Tigresses are on the lead.
1 point,
Uont Tigresses go on for the raid, and jersey number 1, Ogombe, goes into raid She steps on the success line, and let's see if she'll secure a point. As per now, the Black Falcon Babes are 5 in the pitch, and that means Ogombe has no chance to get a bonus point, because a bonus point can only be achieved when the players are 6 or 7 in the pitch. So her time is up, and she goes back with an empty raid. We have jersey number 8 going in for another raid for the Black Falcons. She tries a leg stretch, but she doesn't reach the alleged defender. She is tackled and taken down by the Uont aggressors. Hence, Uont aggressors securing another 1 point against Black Falcon Babes. Their current scores, we have Uont aggressors at 26 and Black Falcon Babes at 18. There we go again, jersey number 5 on the mat against Black Falcon Babes. She steps on the success, goes to and fro in pursuit of a point, and she decides to take some time so that she uses her 30 seconds properly. She wants to utilize her 30 seconds with no point, and she goes back home with an empty raid. We have now Black Falcons on the raiding side. We have jersey number 10 going in for the raid. She has an opportunity. She has a opportunity to have a bonus because the players are 7, and therefore let's see if she'll secure a bonus point or a touch point, or if she will be taken down by the Uont aggressors. She goes into the right corner, and her time is running up, so she has to go back to her side with an empty raid. We have jersey number 5 from Uont aggressors going in for a raid against the Black Falcon Babes. She stretches to the left corner, trying some kicks, and she is taken down by the Black Falcon Babes, being denied an opportunity to reach the center line of the mat. We have jersey number 5 slowly getting out of the mat, and that's a point for the Black Falcon Babes, only waiting for the referees to call the final result. So the defender for Uont aggressors is out, and we have 1 point for Black Falcons. And Uont aggressors have asked for a timeout, and
that is Adasha Guero sustaining an injury there. Adasha, one of the most strongest defenders and all-rounder from the University of Nairobi. At the scores, we have 26, University of Nairobi, and 19 points to the Black Falcons. Remember, it's almost time all. It is one last minute. It is the last 1 minute. With the University of Nairobi leading with 19. Fantastic tackle there.
we have Mamito out of the mat. Uont aggressors defenders have taken her down, making Uont aggressors have 1 more point against Black Falcons. We can see that Mamito is sustaining some injuries due to the hard impact she's got while falling down, and our very quick physiotherapists and medics are going to attend to her. So that's 1 point for the Uont aggressors, making them 1 point ahead of their opponents. So right now we have Uont aggressors at 17. It seems that time is up and the game is finished, having Uont aggressors as the winners with 27 points and Black Falcons as the losers with the 19 points. Again, we are live on YouTube. We have another game coming up after this. Stay tuned and ready to watch more and more games. Again, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, and also follow us on all social media platforms. We have Instagram at Kenya Kabaddi Union, Kenya_Kabaddi_Union. We have at Facebook Kenya Kabaddi Union, and we have Twitter Kenya Kabaddi Union. So that marks the end of the game between Black Falcon Babes and Uont Tigresses. And they finished by warmly greeting each other and hugging each other, so that they don't leave the mat with a lot of disagreements, but live as a family and friends of the Kabaddi Union. So stay tuned for the next game. And again, like and subscribe and share our videos.